In this video, we're going to review how to configure the default company email notifications in SmartRecruiters. To go to the settings page, click on your user icon on the top right of the page and select the settings option from the drop-down menu. Once you're on the settings page, under the administration section, click the All Company Email Settings option. What we're going to look at today is how an admin can set the default for all users for specific notifications. But it's important to remember that no matter what defaults are set, individual users have the ability to change them. We go over this in our login and user settings video, where we show how users can override these defaults and select their own notification preferences. These notification settings are usually set up during implementation, but admins have the ability to change these as needed. There are 4 main categories of notifications, with the first being offers, hires, and digests. You'll see that these preferences are only applicable to our 5 standard hiring team roles, so keep in mind that if you have custom hiring team roles, you won't be able to set notifications for them. Under the offers category, you have the option to send a notification when new hiring team members are added to a job, when there are new candidates in the offer stage, or when a new hire is made. You can also send a weekly digest that will provide a summary of the new candidates on a job, the current candidates and what hiring stage they are in, and any new comments that have been added to candidates' applications. To set a notification to a hiring team role, simply click the checkbox under the role that corresponds to the notification you want them to receive. Some checkboxes are grayed out under the interviewer role so that certain notifications won't conflict with interviewer permissions. The next category is assessments, and here you can send notifications for assessment results and assessment updates. Next is the candidates category, and here you can select to notify the hiring team when a new candidate has applied or if a candidate receives a rating of 3 or more stars. You can also send notifications for any upcoming interviews, if a candidate withdraws or defers their application, or if a candidate is ready to re-engage. The last category is collaboration, and unlike the other categories, here you will choose if all users should receive notifications based on specific events in the system. These events include if a colleague sends a message to a candidate that the user has had a conversation with, if the user was added to a hiring team, if someone comments on the user's posts, or if someone comments on a post that the user is mentioned in. When you're ready, click the Save Changes button at the bottom of the page. You'll receive a prompt before saving that asks if you would like to apply these changes only to users who have not set their own preferences, or if you want to save these changes for all users, which would override their previously set preferences. Note that if you do choose to save the changes for everyone, users can still go back into their preferences and change them back to what they want. Click the Save Changes button again to save the notification preferences. Now that you've set the notification preferences, if a user feels that they're not receiving certain notifications or they're receiving too many, you can help them review their own email preferences to make sure they're getting the notifications they need. Thanks for watching this video on configuring the company email notification settings in SmartRecruiters.